Let's go, buddy. Just did a 7.2 mile road walk in to this campground. We're in Lost Creek Wilderness again, by Bailey, Colorado, and Deckers, Colorado. This is on the other side of Lost Creek Wilderness, the northwest side of the wilderness area than my last previous videos. This was the area. This is the hike that I did with Bodhi that I was telling you about. I took him on his first backpacking trip in November. The reason why we had to do that road walk is because they closed the damn gate back there. Because of all this coronavirus bullshit. They're not opening these established campgrounds yet. And there's trails. There's a loop trail that goes all the way through Lost Creek Wilderness. I actually ran into another couple that they were walking on their way back. That's where we are right now. It's exactly 12. Took me longer than I thought. Wasn't that bad. It just sucked. Wasn't expecting it. I actually could have drove the FJ around the gate. There's actually there's a Nissan Xterra parked over there, right by the gate that goes into the campground. So they must have got up here somehow. I kind of wish I would have done that now, but the good guy that I am, I didn't want to do it, didn't want to do obey the rules and all that shit. This is kind of hopefully a recon mission hike, if you will. Back in November when me and Bodhi did this hike for the first time, I got home and I just bought him one of those elk antlers for him to chew on. You don't really want to give a dog like rawhide and all those plastic bones. Real bones, deer and elk antlers, they're really good for dogs. And yes, it wasn't that expensive. It was only like 25 bucks off Amazon. But come to find out, when I got home, I left that at the campsite. It's no big deal. Then I found out that I left my Toke's titanium spoon that I used to eat with there. I guarantee you it's there. So this is what I'm calling a Bodhi and Malsey recon recovery hike, if you will, because I'm primarily going there to see if those items are still there, let alone, amongst other things, just to be out here and to get away from the work week, and just be by myself with Bodhi and enjoy the pines and the mountain air, and figured it would be a good time before when they do reopen everything else. Because right now around Colorado Springs, the hiking trails, especially local, they are busy and crowded, and that's not my jam. That stuff pisses me off. I like to be alone in solitude with the forest. I love it. So hopefully it works out. It's going to be nice weather. Just eating some lunch. Had to crack open one of the beers because I didn't drink anything the entire 7.2 miles. Luckily, Bodhi ate some food. He didn't drink any water yet. He's weird like that. I don't know, he's just in a different frame of mind when he does this kind of stuff. Even when we go car camping, you literally have to hold up his bowl to his face and he might take a drink. The dog's invincible. He's $6 million man dog. Like, he's just the shit. Nothing phases him. You'll see more of him a little later. Just eating some lunch. We're at a picnic table. We're about to start the hike in, and we'll catch you on the flip side. It doesn't get better than this. It's such a beautiful day. The wind just picked up right when I started the video. Other than that, it's been nice and calm. Oh, it's just nice. This is why I love it out here. Hey! That was awesome! Man, I can't believe it. It ran off right when I crossed. I didn't want to go like pass it on the trail, especially with Bodhi. Moose are very aggressive. Oh man, that was a big moose. That was so. Man. Oh, I can't believe that antler shit I found. That's gonna be a bitch carrying back, but I'm strapping that motherfucker to my back. Pardon my language, but damn, can't believe I found a moose shed. I mean, oh, I'm speechless. Well, my memory served me well. This is the spot. Now, let's just see if my spoon is somewhere and Bodhi's elk antler. There's Bodhi's antler. Me and Bodhi are just chilling after we found his elk antler and not my spoon. I think I might have thrown it away. I don't know. Pretty bummed though. I mean, I got a new one already, but I just thought it was gonna be laying on that damn log. so glad I got these bedrock sandals, because walking through the marshiness by the creek and everything and crossing the creek, um, now I can air up my feet from hiking all day, and my Ultra Lone Peaks and my merino wool darn tough socks, they're gonna dry out fast by taking them off and laying them in the rest of the afternoon sun, which is really good. So I like having camp shoes to change into once you get to camp, because you never know what might happen. Luckily, there wasn't really that much snow on the trail, so I wasn't having to, you know, walk through all that. But my feet did get wet from crossing the creek and walking through all that marshiness. Um, so I like having camp shoes, and now my socks and shoes will dry out way faster by having them off. Time to relax. Man, I can't believe that moose. Gosh, that was awesome. That was so rad. All through that valley where the creek is, because this is up on a hill and it slopes down. That's why I chose this spot in the first place in November. I was clear there. The trail is over there. I don't know, probably about 150 yards from here. And the first time I came here in November, it just opened up good, and I saw the trees from clear over there, and I was like, I bet if you walk up that incline, that there's going to be an established firing, which there is. I always build them up better to my standards. And it's a great spot. There's plenty of firewood. That's one thing I look for when I backpack is you want to use an established fire ring instead of building a new one. That's just me. I look for abundance of firewood, which there is tons of dry wood around here in this location. And another thing I like to look for when I'm camping or backpacking is I like to look for a spot where you can actually venture off and go explore and go hike and go just look for shit. I'm really bummed. I thought that spoon was going to be sitting right here in the orange, blaze orange Tokes spoon sleeve. Now, if you order the Tokes titanium spoon nowadays, they did away with the sleeve. All you get is the spoon. I loved having that sleeve. It's just a peace of mind that your spoon is like in something. Just like you keep your silverware like in your drawer at home. I really thought that thing, I thought we were going to walk up on that and it was going to be sitting right here. But just like I predicted, Bodhi's elk bone was exactly where we left it. So that was cool. So now he has 2 elk bones. Elk antlers, I guess. Um, Man, I thought we were going to walk up on that spoon. I must have thrown it away or something. I'm pissed. But I got a new one. No big deal for me to make this trek to this location to see if I was going to be able to find those items, which, I mean, I found one, but man, that moose, oh, there's so much. When I first came here in November, there's tons of moose and elk shit everywhere. There's scat everywhere. In the trail, in the trees, in the pines, on the marsh, by the open valley area where the creek runs through. I mean, moose prints are huge. They're round, and you're like, when you see them, I am anyway, I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And elk too. I saw 4 elk across the highway driving, making the drive up here, and it's just awesome to see wildlife like that. I mean, this is their home. We are just visitors. This is their world, not ours. And I just love it, man. I take it to heart when you see just even a deer. Even I saw a cool blue bird on the walk up here. I mean, it was blue, man. And I just love that stuff. And walking up on that moose. Too bad it didn't have a giant rack. Man, that would have been awesome. But I can't believe walking up on that sucker. I always wanted to see a moose. I thought it wasn't going to happen till my Colorado Trail through hike I plan on doing at the end of August. So that's the plan for the end of summer. I'm trying. That's why I wanted to get into creating content and videos and making my Instagram page more content oriented with better photos. And I've got to do a lot of gear, camera lenses. I got my camera out here. I got my new tripod. I got a new phone. I got the new iPhone 11 Pro. It has the wide angle lens. It just has better settings and software for like content creators. I mean, it's awesome. It's an awesome phone, and I'm so glad I upgraded to it about 2-3 weeks ago. I love it. It's always nice just having that simplicity right in your pocket, and it shoots in 4K, and just pull it out of your ass and take a 4K video of a damn moose. I mean, it was awesome. Oh, I loved it. And that elk or that moose moose shed antler, that is awesome, man. I wish I would have taken a video of like my reaction when I saw it. I just wanted to hoot and holler, but there's no one else around here. There is a couple, probably about a half mile back, and they got a killer setup. They got a killer campsite. It looks like they have the Big Agnes Tiger Wall UL 2-person, just like I do. And man, they have the pines, like they go around the bend of the trail, but then the creek where they're camping at is probably the best camp spot in this like vicinity. The creek just opens up really wide and it's nice, and they were fishing, man. This couple was fishing, and I was like right on. Like, that's what I want to do, man. I want to set up at that spot where they are sometime, and I got a backpacking and like a collapsible fishing rod, Last summer, I didn't get into it last season, but this season I want to. Man, the case is like, it's so small and everything's so lightweight. You can just throw it on the top of your pack, strap it down with the Y strap on the Hyperlight pack, and man, you're good to go. And to backpack up to the Colorado Rocky, like, alpine lakes and everything, and do some fishing or doing some hiking and backpacking and fish on this creek. Oh man, just awesome. Just a radical time to like pass the time or enjoy the solitude of fishing, or with, you know, your significant other or with a friend. I mean, I haven't fished since I was a kid, but damn, man, that it makes me want to get back into it, and that's why I bought that rod last summer. Man, that moose, that was awesome. Awesome. Right, Bodhi? Bodhi's in the shade. Yeah. Just gonna kick it, relax. Only got one more beer left, but oh well, I'll survive. Got this new saw. My other one broke this winter. Got it off Amazon. Rex Biddy. It's like 11-inch blade, but I like the handle because you can use like two hands if you want to, and it has a nice locking mechanism. So I'm eager to try it out. It's really nice. Very good purchase. Also got a new hatchet. This is a good one. It's just over a pound. I just wanted to test it. Carried it on my pack. I mean, it's good for bushcraft purposes, chores around camp, of course, splitting a log like this one. This is going to be my first time using it. Comes with a leather cover, which I like when hatchets come that way. I probably won't be carrying it like every backpacking trip. I'm just going to start trying to get into some like bushcraft kind of techniques and that kind of stuff. I think it's kind of cool. That was good. You can also lay a log like this, and you take your log you want to split and you lay it that way, and then you hit it like that. of them. The one on the right behind that tree. See, got the one in the middle, one on the left. It's so radical. Don't got anything special for dinner tonight. Just got ramen. Typical backpacking food. I had to put my Sierra Design down booties on because walking down there, getting footage of the moose, man, wearing my sandals still, it's cooling off. And that wind is, the breeze is cold and cutting right through me. My bare feet. Bodhi's such a good dog. Such a good boy. Just ready for the night to come and go to sleep. A road walk. Man, that's brutal. Thank God for podcasts and music. I'm so glad I brought my wireless earbuds. Jeez. This is actually my first time making ramen out backpacking. I used to eat a ton of ramen living in, like, on my own for the first time, like everybody else, buying ramen when they're poor and living on their own for the first time. Man, I ate like 2 packets of ramen every night for dinner when I was living in Omaha with my buddy Puke. Good Lord. That's all I ate for dinner was ramen. That's perfect. But they're easy to make out backpacking, and they're lightweight, and they're really, 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 really cheap. Clouds sure moved in. I mean, it's not gonna rain or anything, but man, sure would be nice if there was a clear sky for sunset. No, this ain't for you. No, you don't need any cheese. You already ate your food. I'll give you some more treats. So you're a good boy. Bodhi, he got his name from Patrick Swayze's character Bodhi in Point Break. That's how you spell it. Crazy for Swayze. Love Patrick Swayze. Yeah, he's named after Bodhi in Point Break, which is practically one of the coolest names for a dog. Well, it's 8:02. Sun's about down. Took some pictures of the blue hour when the sun was hitting the treetops and everything. Hopefully it turns out. It's getting pretty stinking chilly. It's so weird up in the mountains. Last time I was here, I mean, granted it was November, but it was pretty nice, but it got down to probably in the 20s that night, and I didn't do anything more than usual, like drinking water or drinking like beers, especially at this time of night. Like, that's why I wanted to eat dinner and have that beer a couple hours ago, because last time I was here, I shit you not, and I've never done it, not even car camping, but that time I was literally I was getting up and getting out of the tent and taking a piss like every stinking hour. I mean, it was like 7 or 8 times. I couldn't believe it. And I don't know. It's not like I drank a 6-pack before I went to bed. So hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. It's a nice night. It's always nice having the ambiance of a fire, the warmth of it, warming your bones and soul when it's chilly out like this. Just gonna sit by the fire a little bit, enjoy the warmth, and me and Bodhi are gonna crawl in the tent and get nice and warm and try to get some sleep.